Good Sunday, y'all. Good Sunday to all. I'm in my neighborhood, getting some sun energy, walking in the hot sun. And on some mushrooms today. Really utilizing mushrooms more every day to enhance my shamanistic abilities and to connect more with the ancestral spirits and ancestral spirits as well as the cosmic entities is actually a thing. So I'm gonna start doing Sunday messages, weird and deep, but those that listen with open mind, not judgmental perceptions and different things people throw at me all the time. But just, I'm a channel. That's all I am. You know, you're not gonna sit there and argue with channels. I'm a channel. I'm channeling information, channeling things. I don't read stuff. I really don't read a lot. I channel. You know, a lot of the things that are coming out of me are coming out of the United Ancestral forces that are with me, as well as the cosmic entities that are with me, and the thing I have to say, the thing I have to do. So these Sunday messages will just be me in, well, somewhat natural environments. This is not really a natural environment. This is what I want to talk about today. It's my topic today. I hear the cries of the ancestral spirits here where I live in Mexico. And they don't want all this development. The ancestral spirits here do not want all this slavery, capitalism, making money. People are not conscious of it. They don't understand how all this money stuff works. They don't understand what our society's been doing for the last, I say the proliferation was the last 100 years, but of course well beyond that. Building a slave society based on paper, based on worthless piece of paper that we call the dollar, that we call the peso, that we call all the different, the euro. It's all made on, wanna know this crazy thing? A lot of it's made of cotton. What do you think about cotton? Cotton is what? Connected to slavery, right? So they found a way to enslave all of mankind with a piece of paper. This is why people don't like me. No one likes, because I'm speaking from truth. I speak from a long, oh, it's windy now, probably hope you guys hear me. I speak from a long lineage of prophets, preachers, speakers, those that foretell, those that declare the fates of mankind. Our writings are all over the world. All we do is come here for a time and we proclaim the end. That's what I'm here to do. So I'm here to tell you, with the United Ancestral Spirits as well as the cosmic forces, that it's a war going on. You guys do not see it, but it's a cosmic, spiritual war that's about to get very physical soon. And I'm here to prepare you all for that as a voice that's crying out in the wilderness. Yep, I know that sounds a little crazy, all the projections are coming. Crazy guy, crazy guy. Nope, listen. This thing called paper that was created, this thing called money that was created, that's about to go digital in new forms. You're gonna keep, you know, it's all based on nothing but, oh, you need to use these for life. This is, you know, you need this for everything. But the truth is this, is me reawakening to become my ancient and seen self, is I see we don't need none of this stuff. We need to be one with the earth. We need to be one with everything. Everything that we need is already given to us here on the planet. And all your ancestors know this. Those that are chasing money. All powers know that are beyond this realm, this 3D realm, know that this money is nothing but a like a magic trick. It's to make people believe that it's so powerful, that they have it, that they're going to be better and greater than they are. That's so far from the truth. Telling people that a piece of paper is going to make you better. A piece of paper is going to make you rich. Wealth does not come through money. It does not come through having the most paper you can get. That's a fallacy. That is an illusion. So you can buy a bunch of unnatural things. And in the process, you are destroying everything around you. Continually eating up like an organism with concrete, with structures of metal and wires and plastic and the air, the burning of these fuels and different things that we create is causing a very, 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 very harsh environment for all of us. And people always like, they even the religious people, I can't even, like, even people that read the Bible can't even see that, destroying the planet. How can this be something you just ignore? Oh, we've always been doing this. Everything, people get in this mindset of us. If everyone thinks that way, nothing changes. Always continue suffering and continue building things and going deeper and deeper across the planet, taking over people's lands where they live in harmony with nature for so long. Just to build some structure so you have some club and party to go to. So I'm here in Tulum. The communion with the ancestral spirits here. They don't want you here. They don't. They don't want this. They don't want all this development coming here so that you can make money and people can live in luxury, because it's destroying their natural habitats. I seen it yesterday. I was walking and from the beach, and I seen some homes, that being these condos, new condos are being built, and there's Mayan neighborhoods that are being destroyed. Gentrification. You think this is good? Well, everyone's coming here to Mexico and stuff. You think this is all good? No, this is not good. This is destruction, and you are part of the problem. And it's not until we wake up and say, you know what, going back into a natural state is the key to be saved from what is I'm about to talk about is about to happen. All right, so the final cataclysm. Let me go into that. This is another thing. People are always like, okay, people are always predicting the end, I can assure you this, though. People that have that first thought when they hear someone talking about the end or talk about apocalyptic events, people that think that way, usually they have a bias towards what they're doing right now. They have a bias towards their own ideal vision of the future. And because this is not my vision of the future, it's like, I don't want this to happen. But I do see what they're showing me, that how deeply connected all this stuff, capitalism. Not that I'm saying we should do socialism or communism, whatever, like none of those isms. It's freedom that I want, or the collective wants for all of mankind and all of us. But just going back to, if I get on a tangent, people that think that way, they just don't want it. That's understandable. That's completely understandable. So there's a bias there. And then I can tell you this, they're also not looking at the signs. People live in bubbles. They live in their own bubbles, where even our algorithm on social media only feeds you things that you like. So if you're always looking at Christian stuff, guess what you're going to keep getting? You're clicking on Christian stuff. So saying all to say, people that do that have a bias, right? So you got to address that first. I've been watching this, things for a long time. Watching the geopolitics. I've been watching the geopolitics, of the world for quite some time, and I make predictions based on those things. I see developments happening. This is part of having a third eye open, is that you see everything. You see things forming, that the possibilities of if one thing went this way, it was going to, only XYZ is going to happen from that, right? There's no smoothing. So saying all to say, once you know, you study things. Like myself, I study, I research, I study. I don't watch a lot of TV, I don't do a lot of these things. So I really don't have a lot of things to talk about with people other than these things, right? Because all I do is research, study, and develop and grow, and everything is a process of like a computer. I'm always up in the morning, learning. I turn to all my sources of data, sources of feeds of what's going on in the world, and I come to conclusions. So how does all this connect? We are about to head into the final cataclysm, where it has to end. There's no resolution to what's going on in Ukraine. There's no resolution for what's going on about to go happen to Taiwan. There's no resolution for these things. And the more I muse on them, there's no resolution but war. And all of this stuff is going to come to an end. So the ancestral spirits that of the Aboriginal people on every land have united with their descendants. Have those that are awake and are listening should start speaking. But that's the problem. I mean, people are awake and listening. The spiritual stupor is so low these days. Hey, I love my Mexican neighbors here. Pretty cool guys. Yeah, it's just really, it really has to stop, and the final cataclysm is coming. And this World War III that's about to happen is something is inevitable. And surely I say unto you that this is what was foretold many thousands of years ago. The things that are about to happen. So I'm gonna try to stay on topic. Here as I'm in an environment where there's a lot of distractions. But the final cataclysm is coming. There's going to be a World War III, whether they kick the can down the road another year or whatever. It's going to happen. Don't sit there and think that. So everything you know is going to change. So because of what's going on, and everyone's united against this. Those that are like on the outside, those that are light forces, they have to end it. So people are like, why you have to destroy our society? Like, why did everything have to be destroyed? Because everything was built on lies, deceptions, evil, intentions, and it's causing so much corruption and evil, like destruction across the planet, that everything must change. And a new earth must be born. It must be. There's no way around this. To relieve the suffering of all these people. As I walk around Mexico, like they're enslaved. Everyone's enslaved. I was enslaved. Working hard every day for money. I had no time for, you have no time for your family. You have no time for anything. So, I'm here to proclaim the end of this, that we will have libertad, freedom, and there'll be no more slavery, because this has to end. The ancestral spirits, the cosmic entities, everyone's united to stop put an end to this suffering. Because guess what's causing all the suffering, like I just mentioned? The dollar, the peso, the euro, all these things we live for. It's connected to all of our suffering. Once we make that connection and see, we can begin to free ourselves from that. So, we're going to have World War III, whether you like it or not. What does that mean? How does that look? It's our first war, even for a lot of people. I was born in the 40s, or end of the World War II. Some people still alive from that period. We seen the pandemic. Some people were alive back in 1918 pandemic, Spanish flu. Last 2 years, that's why as a historian I was like, this thing gonna last 2 years. It's proven true. That's why I need to take any vaccines. I tell people, hey, just stay inside. You don't need any of that stuff, really. So, you just need to stay inside and protect yourself from whatever's out there. But anyway, that's another topic for another day, how to beat those type of things. But yeah, we're headed for a turbulent time. So this Sunday message is pretty much this. Here's where I get to, just kind of setting it up. Salvation, man. It's not in, the Roman government tried to trick us and put it in the person. Salvation is in a way of life. Like I talk about in my podcast, Gaia, Earth is real. It's alive. It's ever evolving, changing, and a part of this cataclysm is a part of that. That there's evolution and change within the Earth that's causing all this disruption, and the ancestral spirits know it. The cosmic entities know it. Everyone knows it on the outside, but the people who are on 3D, they have no clue. So it's gonna be a shocker to this whole entire world that we're about to hit the nuclear winter. The nuclear war. And where there's a lot of technology involved, I talk about this in my podcast, a lot of technology in these next coming things are going to be used for these wars. Even social media. Silencing, Gestapo, the same thing is going to happen that happened back in Europe and with Hitler. That's one thing you got to be worried about as well. Here, those that are on the ground in these countries, especially in the West, is the system of controls that are being built during this time. Why they do this great big battle and cataclysm. If you're going to stay in the system, you're going to be controlled deeply. It's not even a conspiracy anymore. This stuff is written all over the place, and all these. You gotta dig. I'm not even going to that. Just people that don't dig, they don't care. They rather be fed information instead of looking for it. Salvation, man. I'm just gonna come in like I'm just trying to speak from the ancestral spirits, man, and cosmic entities. Salvation is in nature and ascension. Whether you like it or not, you gotta let go of all the shit to survive what's coming. Because all the shit, like all the money, is going to lead you into a trap. The sex is going to lead you into a trap. Pleasures of this life are all going to lead you into a trap. Looking for love. Romance. That's why I wish I can break this spell out of women's minds. It's so sad that this spell called romance is so deeply... even people that I thought were just completely woken, women that don't see this thing. Oh, later, man. Yeah. Later, I gotta do a thing. But I talk to you, man. Yep, I got you. Let go of the spell of romance to wake up into this time period. Stop looking for it so that you can see the shit's about to change. Everyone needs to come together and fight back against this. So, breaking that spell, all these spells on our mind have been taught so that we can get to nature and let go of all the things, all of it, all the things that we were taught about, social constructs, especially these things, because they're going to trap you. They're going to lead you into these traps that they have set up for us. And money is the biggest one. Careers, middle class life, more destruction, creating family units that just go ahead and destroy, consume. We're not meant to be consumers. So all these things are going to lead you into a trap to where you will be taken over by it. So, this is, like I said, this is my first Sunday message. I'm just gonna start preaching. I'm going into my final form. Not final form. I think I have different stages of evolution in this lifetime right now, but I'm going to a form of the shaman. I'm going to be prophesying and speaking and preaching until helping people get through this transitional time period that we're in. We're in a very, very transitional time period, and we got to be ready for it and open our eyes got to be open to see. So, Let me make sure I stay on top of it. Like I'm in an environment that got different things happening. But we got it. The way of salvation is this, man. The preachers have gotten it wrong. Salvation is nature. You know, like I talk about the ancient scenes. Research these scenes. You'll understand exactly what I'm doing. You'll understand exactly who I am. Why I'm doing what I'm doing. We don't need money. We don't need the things that this civilization gives us. We need nature. We just need it all. We just need that what is already here, and it's an illusion that you need these things. So, like Saint Paul say, all this stuff is designed to trap you. You have, in order to get to Zion, in order to make it to the next levels, you have to give up your life. Jesus talked about this so much. You have to lose your life. You have to lose your ego, get rid of all of it, so that you can find the new life, the eternal life. The thing about it, money's always running out. The nature doesn't. It doesn't unless we kill it. That's what's happening. They're trying to stop eternal life by killing you gotta get the subliminals. The tree of life, which is Alkebalan with Africa. That's another topic for another day. However, salvation is nature, getting to a natural spot. So this cataclysm that's going to happen, it's a great war between the forces of the United Forces, I call it the Intergalactic Federation, the United Cosmic Forces, and the United Ancestral Spirits on the Earth itself are all screaming and crying and are wanting war because it's wartime. You know, World War III is just a natural outcome of the spiritual battle that happened for hundreds of years, ever since we've been enslaved. All of us are enslaved now, not just white people. I mean, not just black people, and everyone, Asian, white, everyone's enslaved right now. You just don't know it. You don't see it. We're all chasing money. We're all paying taxes. We're all listening, following the governments, what they say. They're making us afraid. It's not the way we're supposed to live. We're supposed to live free with our families and our tribes and enjoy nature, enjoy love, man. All this stuff is crazy. So, final cataclysm is going to result in nuclear war. And I'm going to say this one thing. Listen to me. Every single major city on this planet that's connected to these grids, we'll see the destruction. We'll see a nuclear war, bombs.